I've gone and bought the cheapest Nissan 350Z in the UK, and well, it isn't without its problems. The Polo has sold, yet I managed to sell it really quickly, and I will tell you at the end of the video exactly how much I sold the Polo for and exactly how much I paid for this car. Now, I'm a firm believer that you have to take risks in life to get where you want to be, and I took a big risk even starting this YouTube channel, so this car is definitely going to be a big risk. So before we go into exactly what's wrong with the car and what needs doing, let's take a little look and see what she looks like. So it's a 2003 Nissan 350Z. It's a 3.5 litre V6 engine, and this is one of the earlier 350Zs that they made. This particular one comes with 276 brake horsepower, or at least it left the factory with that. We don't know how much is still in the car, and it's a pretty fun car to drive. Now, for those of you eagle-eyed viewers who have been watching the channel already, you're probably sat there thinking, hang on a second, I've seen that car before. And you'd be absolutely right. It's my Nissan 350Z, and I've had it for a little while. But let me explain why this car is the next on the path towards getting that Porsche. You see, I bought this car back in July of 2022, and I had every intention of repairing the bits that needed repairing, putting my own little stamp on the car and making it quite unique, but I just never got the time. And more to the point, I want to be creating great content that you guys like and want to keep coming back and watching. So it kind of made sense for me to not look for another cheap runaround, but throw the money and the profit we made from the Polo straight into this. Now, even though this car is running and driving, that's where the good points stop. There is loads of flaky lacquer, and all of the body panels look like different colours. If you look closely enough, you can see around here there's been a really poor repair job to the paint. Quite frankly, I would say the paintwork I did on the front wing to the Polo with rattle cans was better. There's even more lacquer peel at the back here, and on the front wheel just here we've got a tear in the tyre and the wheel has been curbed. And whilst we're on the topic of wheels and tyres, the brake discs are pretty lipped, and the calipers, whilst they're Brembo, they look awful. And the fuel filler cap is, well, a little difficult to shut. And at some point somebody must have drove this car with their eyes closed. There's scuffs all over the place, the front bumper, the wing mirror, the rear bumper. There's also a really squeaky fan belt on those cold startups. And then there's the interior for the car. The steering wheel is, well, it's awful, and the handbrake has worn too. There's panels on the center console that are scratched. there's a door that, well, doesn't open properly, and this horrible head unit here. So aside of all of the, well, cosmetic issues and blemishes that the car's got, there are a number of mechanical issues that need sorting too, such as we need to drop the upper oil pan on the engine. When the clutch was replaced, when I took the gearbox off, I noticed that somebody had snapped the bracket on the upper oil pan that holds the starter motor, and therefore it leaves an opening for water to get into the bell housing, which means driving this car in the wet is less than ideal. We're also going to have to replace the clutch master cylinder and the slave cylinder, as it's quite a common fault in these, but the clutch pedal sometimes drops to the floor. We've also got to factor in the midsection on the Y pipe of the exhaust where the flexi has gone. It just makes a horrible drone. So there's plenty of work that we're going to need to get onto. Now, despite all of the problems that this car has, and it does have plenty more, it's a really fun car to drive. So all that's left to do now is go and take it for a little drive. So as you can see, we've got a mountain of work to be getting on with on the 350Z. So that's going to be the end of today's video. But before you go, I said I would tell you exactly how much I sold the Polo for and exactly how much I paid for this 350Z. So let's start with the Polo. Now, I advertised the Polo for £950, and within minutes of advertising the car for sale, I had a list as long as my arm of people interested to come and see the car. And the first person to message me was a lovely lady from Derby called Laura, and she paid £950 for the car, which I think is actually a cracking deal for both her and for myself. And whilst I could probably have got a little bit more money, I'm pleased that the car has now moved on to its new owner, which frees up the money to go into the 350Z. So how much did I pay for this? Well, back in July of 2022, I actually paid £2,650 for this car, which I think was a really good price. At the time, it was the cheapest in the UK, and I still firmly believe it's the cheapest in the UK for a running and driving example. So there we have it, guys. Now we know exactly how much I sold the Polo for and exactly how much I paid for this 350Z. Now, I am really excited to start this one, and I can't wait to take you guys along on the journey with me. Now, I'm no mechanic and I am learning everything on the fly as I go, but I'm going to give it my best shot. So please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, drop your comments down below. Hey, tell me, what would you do to this car? How would you make it your own and unique? I would love to hear all of your comments, and I will do my best to get back to each and every one of you, and I will see you guys in the next video.